let's talk about how Digimon turned me into a furry. Or at least introduced me to more of the fictional roleplay. Not really roleplay. That's not the right word. The whole fantasy. The whole enjoyment of being in a fictional universe based around furry companion-like animal things. That's how it sort of introduced me to the furry thing. But mainly the art. Like, the fan art was, some of it was top-notch, some of it was just like deviant art, feet inflation, because you just can't live without seeing Renamon's feet and seeing her inflate at the same time, you know? Sometimes you just can't, and sometimes you have no choice. That's why I was very surprised when I looked up Where Garurumon and found 0 pornographic material. Like, I'm scrolling down and there's nothing. Okay, maybe there's feet pics. Okay, there's the porn. Never mind. I found it. FYI, can't escape it. But like, it's surprising how I looked up Where Garurumon and nothing came up. Where Garurumon, though. Gonna be honest, I don't think I had that much of an appreciation for him back at the time, but now I sort of do. He's pretty cute. Oh my. He's got some cake. That is cake. Okay. I mean, I don't blame you guys for being into Where Garurumon. He wasn't the thing that got me into the furry thing or Digimon thing. The reason why I got into Digimon was because I was like, oh, you know, it's edgy and cool, right? It's not a kid's show. Because I watched Digimon Try at the time. That's like one of the first series I started on. Biggest disappointment ever. Then I saw the other ones and I'm like, wait a minute, this can be better? This isn't this? Yo. Gotta start watching the original series more. But yeah, I will say, it's a nice change of pace to not see immediate pornographic material when you look up literally the most furry bait Digimon to exist. Actually, wait, no, Renamon is more. Okay, let's try Renamon. I feel like I'm gonna regret this. Renamon pictures. Oh, good, Vor. Good. Couldn't go a day without seeing anything like that. But yeah, here's the thing. Contrary to popular belief for me, the Digimon that I was more so connected to, enjoyed a lot, found to be my favorite one, wasn't one that was generally seen as the most furry bait of them all. Like Renamon, didn't care. Where Garurumon, didn't really care. XVmon is a different story though, okay? XVmon, listen, that's a different thing entirely. But when it comes to Digimon, the one that I absolutely loved, who is just the cutest little thing ever, Vmon. Do you guys know Vmon? Let me just say first off, when I saw Vmon, I'm like, wow, he must have a really cool partner if this little dragon dude is who he is. And he's got like a cute little lisp. I love it. His partner must be great. I start watching Digimon Adventure 2, and I see his partner, Davis. And I'm like, wow, he's a real fucking jackass. Davis is kind of an ass. I'm like, wow, okay. Actually, let me see. What happens if I look up Vmon on Google? Oh, wow, everything is roughly okay. Wow, there's nothing here that's inappropriate. Yeah, this is all good. Wow, this is a first. Thank you, Furry Fandom, for not ruining my favorite Digimon. But yeah, Vmon and XVmon too. Okay, XVmon, like, listen. How can this cute, small, little dragon thing evolve into this big, buff dragon thing? I'm not opposed to it by any means, but I'm just saying, like, how? I dig it a lot, okay? I like it a lot. But either way, yeah, Vmon and XVmon. Absolutely my favorite Digimon in the whole world. Vmon is just the cutest little thing. I think he was the Digimon or persona or character that I had before I had the Hackmon character, which is based off of Maverick, or Maverick was based off of Hackmon. Wait a minute, this is a cute picture. Let me see if I can pull this up without porn coming up. This is cute as shit. I don't know how you can look at this and be like, yeah, you know, this isn't my favorite Digimon. I love this. This is cute as shit. Fucking love XVmon and Vmon. Hands down, will always be my favorite Digimon. I know I say like, oh, Hackmon's my favorite because get the fuck over here, you. Get over here, you. Hackmon eventually inspired this thing. Maverick, the wolf dragon hybrid thing that is not a mechanical dragon dog thing now. Yeah, so like, obviously, you know, you gotta love Hackmon because he inspired this thing, and you totally ripped it off of that Digimon. Well, sort of, okay? It's trademarked, so it's safe, so don't worry. But, like, I know this is technically my favorite. I know I turned this into my persona, but in terms of just regular Digimon, I love Vmon. Vmon will always be my favorite. I loved Vmon with my heart and soul. If I were to be a Digidestined, I'd love, absolutely love to have Vmon as, like, my partner or character, or, I don't know, Digimon partner. I think that's what it is. I haven't seen the show in a hot hot minute. If it ever comes to it where I need to commission some art of me as a Digidestined or a Digimon trainer, I'm totally getting it with a Vmon. If anyone knows any artists that I can go and commission for this, like, feel free to reach out. I'd love to get some art with Vmon, whether it's Maverick or Levi, which Maverick would be kind of counterintuitive because he's technically a Digimon even still, no matter how much I modified it because he was inspired as a baseline. But still, me as my persona, being with my Digimon partner Vmon, I'd love that. Oh my god. That'd be the cutest thing. How I got into Digimon was a really, really bizarre thing, because this was when I just started watching anime, like, entirely. I wasn't so fond of the genre. I was like, oh, you know, it's just, anime is literally just half-naked chicks fighting each other with katanas in a subway or some sort of school. And the first anime that I ever watched was Kill la Kill, specifically episode 3 with a fight between Satsuki and Ryuko, which is exactly what I just described. I started my love for anime with that whole fight between two half-naked chicks fighting each other in a school with katanas. And you know what? I fucking loved it. And for some reason, this was during my Tumblr phase where I followed a bunch of artists that posted stuff about anime and whatever else they were interested in. And someone mentioned that they were interested in the new season of Digimon, which at the time, the season to just finish up was Digimon Hunters Season 3, which most of you might know as Digimon Hunters X-Ross Wars, or Cross Wars. I don't know how to pronounce it. But that, for people, was arguably the worst and most bizarre and most pandering season of Digimon ever made. And that's what I started on, because I don't know why. I saw this, like, I saw art from one of my favorite artists at the time who was like, I love this little purple bean, like, he's just a cute little cinnamon roll. And then it's just like, I think the Digimon's name was Gumdramon. He had like a purple hammer tail thing, and he had wings and yeah. I can't remember what exactly happened with that show or what it was about, but it was very, how do I put it? Shitty. That's the right word for it. It wasn't the best by any means. It was one of those shows that I enjoyed because I just wanted to see the cute little Digimon transform and be edgy and cool. And like, I enjoyed that for what it was. It was pretty cool. It was neat. I loved it. But when it came to everything else, half of the shows didn't really matter with regards to the plot to the rest of the story. Nothing really mattered. All that mattered was the beginning part and then the end part, where apparently all the other Digidestined from the other universes and timelines came together. And then I see like all these characters come together with like Tai and Daisuke and who the fuck is the other kid? He fuses with another Digimon and creates like one of the Royal Knights or whatever. Guilmon, that's what it is. Season 3 and then Season 4 where they turn into Digimon, and then Season 5 or whatever that one was where the guy like literally punches Digimon. It was really weird. It was really fucking weird. I saw all that. I'm like, wow, is this what I'm missing out on? What the fuck is happening? And so like, I realized that I'd started on a late season into Digimon. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go back and watch the rest of these. So I started with Adventure, like the first one. It was awesome. I'm gonna be honest, even watching it at the time when I was in the edgy phase of my life with Tumblr and commentary community stuff, it was still great. It was still awesome. I loved it. And then Season 2 was okay. But holy shit, did I really hate Daisuke. Like Vmon's partner, oh my god, he was a little shit. Who was the other kid who was the evil, like, villain guy that became good? He was also a little shit. I don't even know who it was. Oh my god, it was bad. Who was it? Ken, yeah. Ken-chan. Oh my god. And then they had like a weird relationship thing and fused their Digimon together. I don't know. That was weird. I saw a little bit of the third one. I think it was Digimon Tamers. Tamers was pretty good. I'll be honest. It's just a story about a Digimon Tamer who's like trying to keep his like young, new to the world child Digimon partner Guilmon safe. Tamers, it's good, but it is dark. Compared to the other ones, it is a bit dark. And I enjoyed it, not because it was dark, but because it was more of a sentimental thing. It was very sentimental. I loved it. Tamers is great. Never saw the 4th season, Frontier. Never saw the one with the guy that punches other Digimon. Never saw any of that. And I think there was another one called Gachamon. I can't remember what it was. They were based on apps or whatever. Applimon. That was weird. There was technically another Hackmon hybrid of that character there. People were sending to me, but it wasn't the same. And then Digimon Tri happened. And that was the biggest disappointment of my life. For a little bit of information, like, it started when I was starting college. It finished when I graduated college. And even then, when I went back to watch the rest of it, it wasn't anything special. Nothing was good about it. Didn't like it. It was weird. As for Digimon in general, I absolutely loved it. Like, Vmon, for me, was like my personal character persona, online persona thing that I had at the time. And this was when I was in, like, the Call of Duty community. Let me see if I can find any of these old images. Hold on. Because I remember I saved a couple of these icons from when I was in the Volt clan. Remember when I did those commentaries? Good times, good times. Let's see if I can find that old icon that I had. Oh, here it is. Wow, that is grainy as fuck. Couldn't find any higher of a quality, could I? Oh, I remember. It's because I downloaded it through Skype. Yeah, that was something. Good old photoshopping skills, apparently. Okay. So this was my old... I look at it and it's kind of like, this is my old icon that I had from when I was in a Call of Duty clan and when I wanted my character to be based off of a Vmon. This was it. And you know what? All things considered, it was kind of cute. I mean, it didn't make much sense because the edginess of Call of Duty doesn't really match, you know, the soft, loving, and careful nature of Digimon. It just doesn't work that way. You can't have that mix. It was really weird. Ben Diskin voiced Shoutmon in Fusion? Get the fuck out. No way. I watched the dub of Digimon Fusion. There is no way that that is Ben Diskin. There is no way. I don't believe you. But yeah, this was the baseline character icon that I used. Oh, here's another one that I had with Flamedramon when I was in TapX. Flamedramon was also kind of hot. Yeah, I don't know what the dude who was doing this icon did where he cropped his butt into the center of the logo. But like, hey, at least quality's higher. Let's see. Do I have any other ones? Okay, this one actually isn't that bad, but the Photoshop skills really aren't the best. This is just so edgy and weird. Here's my old Hackmon icon that I had. Does this not scream edgy commentary community to you? Not really edgy, but more like, just roughly put together. Here's some fan art that I got. Someone made fan art for me. I think this was one of my first pieces that I got where it was just Vmon holding a gun. I think that was a Destiny gun at the time because I played a shit ton of Destiny and did some commentaries about it, and someone was like, yo, you love Vmon? Let me hook you up. And then he did this for me. Can't remember who made it for the life of me, but like I've always treasured this as one of the first and only fan art pieces. Not only, but like this was one of the first, I guess, fan art pieces I received. But yeah, this was my character for some time as well after I got the whole, what is it, Vmon thing done with. I remember after I finished up, like, most of the Digimon seasons that I wanted to watch, like, the first 3 seasons, didn't go on to the 4th or 5th, was in the process of watching through Try, didn't understand most of what was happening. It was kind of a letdown, if I'm going to be honest. I remember I had found my, like, character that I wanted to use being Hackmon. I wasn't a fan of the whole feral thing, like, on all fours, and then someone made, like, an anthropomorphic version, which I found on E621, which you all know this because there's, like, a backup story of Maverick the Hackmon and how he happened and whatever. You've seen the video. I'm not going to repeat that. But when it comes to just boiling down what Digimon did for me in terms of making me a furry, it found me a character to an extent. It found me something that I was sort of attached to and enjoyed a lot and like really cherished. I don't know. I don't really know how to best describe it, but as far as I can remember from when I started YouTube, Digimon always had some sort of connection to it. But hey, all I do know is that Digimon kind of did introduce me to the whole like custom furry character or custom Digisona FurrySona thing. I don't know. Digisonas, in my opinion, are very underrated. And Digimon in and of itself kind of got me into the fandom because obviously furries just kind of do it. Also the porn. I mean, furries draw a lot of porn, okay? That's just kind of the obvious answer. Digimon, you know, furries. Oh, look, there's this cute character. What if he had this? Like, what if he had, like, this big this? And it's like, okay, maybe not. Let's not do that. But furries decided to let it be anyways. They decided they wanted it to happen, and so it happened. And so that's how Digimon and the fandom kind of came to be. I guess that's normal. You guys see that all the time of like, oh, there's this cute new, like, furry cartoon animal. And then furries are like, but what if? And then the rest is history. Furries ruined that. To an extent, they give it a bit more publicity and all that. But even outside of that, just at a base level, like, it's just the big but what if that furries, like, inadvertently kind of ruin the base image of that character, unless that character is already what it is to begin with. Like, especially with Digimon, it's like, it's supposed to be a children's cartoon that's supposed to be very wholesome and chill and all these other nice things about it. And then furries are just like, but what if? And then you just look on Google, and then the first thing you see is Renamon vor. And that's how I learned about the existence of furries. So even at a very base level of it, Digimon got me into the furry fandom because of the porn.